It started on a quiet Saturday afternoon, the kind of day when the world feels half asleep. Nia Carter was walking home from the library, headphones in, a tote bag full of books slung over her shoulder. She was 17, soft-spoken, polite, the kind of girl who waved at old ladies and helped kids cross the street. But that day, the world decided to test her patience. At the corner of Maple and Fifth, two police cruisers pulled up fast, tires screeching against the sun-baked asphalt. A voice barked from behind the blinding glare of a windshield. "Hey, you! Stop right there!" Nia froze. She turned, confused. One officer, tall, pale, eyes hidden behind mirrored shades, stepped out, hand already resting on his holster. The other, shorter and meaner-looking, grinned. "We got a report of a girl matching your description breaking into cars." Nia blinked, shocked. "I'm just walking home," she said softly. "You've got the wrong person." But they didn't listen. The tall cop took a step closer, smirking. "You got ID on you, sweetheart?" She nodded, reaching into her bag carefully. Slow, deliberate, just like her father had taught her. "Always move slow around them, Nia," he'd said. "Don't give them an excuse." But before she could even hand over her wallet, the shorter cop snatched her arm. "Don't play smart," he hissed. "Let's see what we've got here." He yanked her tote to the ground, books spilling everywhere. The tall one laughed. "Oh, look, a scholar. You one of those honor students, huh?" Nia's voice shook. "Please." "I didn't do anything." That only made them laugh harder. "Hands on the car," the shorter cop ordered. "Now." She hesitated, fear trembling in her chest. The taller one shoved her forward, slamming her palms against the hot metal hood. Her breath hitched as the cuffs clamped around her wrists. Passers-by began to stare. Phones came out, but no one intervened. "Let's see how tough you are now," one of them sneered. Nia's cheeks burned with humiliation. Then, through gritted teeth, she whispered, "You really don't want to do this." They laughed again, cruel, mocking. "And why's that, princess?" She closed her eyes. "Because my father's not gonna like it." The taller cop scoffed. "Oh, yeah? And who's your daddy, huh? Some lawyer?" Nia lifted her head, eyes calm, voice quiet, too quiet. "He's Colonel Marcus Carter." There was a flicker in the tall cop's grin, disbelief mixed with arrogance. He snorted. "Sure he is." And then, "If you're still watching, like, subscribe and turn on post notifications, because what happens next changes everything." A deep rumble filled the street. Not from traffic, but from engines. 3 matte black SUVs rolled up from nowhere, silent but powerful, windows tinted dark. The cops froze. Men in tactical gear poured out, earpieces glinting, movements synchronized. Each patch on their arms bore one unmistakable symbol: Delta Force. The lead agent stepped forward, jaw locked. "Stand down." The taller cop stammered, "Who the hell are you people?" The agent didn't answer. Instead, he opened the SUV door, and out stepped a man whose presence alone shifted the air. Colonel Marcus Carter. Tall, broad-shouldered, his stare sharp enough to cut steel. He walked right past the crowd, right past the agents, and stopped inches away from the 2 officers. His voice was steady, but it carried weight, the kind that came from a lifetime of command. "Uncuff her." The shorter cop fumbled for the keys, trembling. When the metal clicked open, Nia's wrists fell free, red and raw. Marcus lifted her hand gently, inspecting the marks. His jaw tightened. Then he turned to them. "I trained soldiers tougher than you," he said coldly. And they still knew respect. The tall cop tried to speak. Sir, we didn't..." "Didn't what?" Marcus interrupted. "Didn't think she deserved basic dignity? You saw a young black girl and assumed she was a criminal." He leaned closer, his voice dropping into something far more dangerous. "You picked the wrong girl." One of the Delta agents stepped forward and handed Marcus a folder. Marcus opened it, revealing photos. The officers, their badge numbers, a record of prior complaints. He tossed it onto the hood of their cruiser. "Internal affairs will handle the rest," he said simply. "Effective immediately, you're both suspended." The tall cop's knees buckled. The shorter one whispered, "Sir, please." "We didn't know." Marcus's expression didn't change. "You never do," he said quietly. "Until it's too late." He turned back to his daughter. "You okay, baby girl?" She nodded slowly, tears brimming. I am now. Marcus took her hand, guiding her toward the SUV. The agents surrounded them, forming a protective escort. As they drove off, the street was silent. Phones still recording. Officers frozen in shock. One woman watching whispered, "Who was that man?" Another answered softly, "That's Colonel Marcus Carter, the most feared Delta commander in the country." And from that day on in that small town, nobody forgot the lesson they witnessed on Maple and Fifth. That respect isn't a privilege, it's a requirement.